IUCN originally worked in cooperation with partners and concerned stakeholders on analyzing problems and setting a vision for the future to develop income-generating projects and environmental and economic regional initiatives.
Our cooperation with the AES is so important for the Regional Office of West Asia. It's the first kind of cooperation with the business sector in Jordan. When the company came to IUCN to ask for support the local community with some activities and also to study the biodiversity and the habitats in their sites and the impact of the company and what could be done, it was a good opportunity from our perspective as IUCN to develop this cooperation based on the scientific knowledge we have globally and in the region, since we have a similar case in other countries. So we decided to sit with the local communities and all stakeholders to work together on the needs and the gaps and then to decide what could be done. So the first phase of the project was the stakeholder engagement and the involvement of the communities and the relevant ministries and institutions. So after that, we went to study the biodiversity and the habitats around the site of the electricity company to understand well what is the situation of these habitats and biodiversity and to decide what is needed. After that, we went for consultation and coordination with the company based on the available of the budget, based on the needs defined with the communities, and also the policies and the strategies developed by the government. Then we went for the implementation stage, which is started in phase 2. So phase 2, we have implemented a lot of activities based on the needs, and I'm sure that you will photo and video all what we have done in the sites in full cooperation, as I said, with all relevant stakeholders. Thank you so much for this cooperation and the grant we received from the company. It is one of the examples we believe that we should develop with other companies in the region.
A committee from local members was formed to facilitate collaborative work, which aims at reinforcing two main pillars. First, engaging local communities and collaborating to reach mutual agreement on infrastructure and on the vision for the future sustainable development in the region. As for the second pillar of the local committee's work, it is related to nature-based solutions, such as the preservation of natural resources and the efficient investment of these resources for the benefit of the local community, as well as the improvement of the economic, environmental, agricultural, educational, and health sectors.
إنه كان في تكاتف وهذا مهم جدا، تكاتف بين الوزارات والمؤسسات المعنية الشركاء. لما نحكي عن المعنيين هي توحيد للجهود بين المعنيين بين المؤسسات كأمانة عمان، كوزارة الزراعة، كالمجلس الأعلى للإتعاد والحماية الطبيعة، شركة الكهرباء، متصرفية لواء سحاب، وزارة التنمية الاجتماعية. وهذا توحيد الجهود كان له كبير دور بين هذه المؤسسات اللي انعكس إيجابا على أبناء المجتمع المحلي في خطة مستدامة إن شاء الله حيتبناها أكثر من جهة، إنه كيف ممكن نعمل مشاريع بيئية واقتصادية بهذه المنطقة.
Cooperation between IUCN and AES resulted in a cooperation agreement, in Arabic اتفاقية تعاون, for the sustainable development of the local community in Uhud Liwa Sahab region.
So AES is a global power company and was really one of the first to be an independent power producer. And they spread out over the world, founded in the United States. Founders of this company were very environmentally moved, if you will. So it was always a main focus to do things the right way, to bring clean and affordable energy to the world. In order to make a real difference, in order to execute on bigger projects that will last for decades, Then we brought in IUCN because they have a clear view of what needs to be done in a local community, how to execute on projects that will help the local community with jobs, but also in the environment. And the way IUCN is executing on this is really good. And IUCN is renowned for this type of work. And therefore, we chose to cooperate with them to set up a partnership in order to ensure that the projects we execute on are delivered in the right way.
This cooperation aims at improving the environmental, economic, and agricultural sectors in the region.
بعض الشركات استجابت ولكن الاستجابة كانت عشوائية وغير منظمة. وللحقيقة يعني كمان أهالي المنطقة لا يملكوا هذه الخبرة في التعامل مع هذا، ما عنده المعلومة. محطة توليد كهرباء المناخر مشكورة، هي قامت بالاتصال مع الاتحاد العالمي لحماية الطبيعة، وتم التنسيق ما بينهم والشراكة ما بيننا وبينهم حتى يتم تنظيم ودراسة المنطقة والدراسة الفعلية لاحتياجات المنطقة. فهذا كيف بدأت الشراكة ما بينه وبين الاتحاد.
IUCN has worked with local communities and concerned parties on capacity building and learning, planning, and strategic planning. And this allows opportunities for women's sector to become engaged and to demonstrate the role of women in economic, environmental, and agricultural regional projects.
تم اتفاقية بين جمعيتنا وجمعية الاتحاد الدولي لحماية الطبيعة. المشروع من خلال تمكين المرأة الريفية ودعمها اقتصاديا واجتماعيا وماديا.
IUCN has also worked in cooperation with the Directorate of Environmental Pollution Detection at the Ministry of Environment for over a week on the pollution detection results that concern AES. The affected area that was identified extends to 11 square kilometers, covering the regions of Al-Manakhir, Al-Khashaniya, and Al-Bayada. It is worth nothing that institutions and governmental agencies cooperated while working on the environmental pollution detection program.
قبل ما نقوم بأي مشروع بنحدد احتياجات المنطقة اللي فيها المجتمعات المحلية طبعا، وبالتالي بنحدد الأولويات لهذه المشاريع عشان إقامتها. ثالث شيء بيجي إنه إحنا بنعمل تشاركية ما بين المجتمعات المحلية والجهات الحكومية المختصة وذات الاختصاص بنفس المشاريع. رابعاً طبعاً وهاي شيء مهم كثير إنه إحنا بنعقد دورات تدريبية وتأهيلية للمقائمين على المشاريع من أهل المنطقة بهدف توظيفهم. وخامساً وأخيراً أنه إحنا في المراحل الأولى للمشروع وهي أهم مرحلة بنكون مشرفين على إقامة المشروع عشان نضمن سلامته وديمومته ونجاحه.
IUCN worked with AES on designing and implementing a long-term sustainable investment strategy for the local communities. Part of that agreement led to the execution of several initiatives to enhance the environmental, economical, and social situation in the region. These initiatives aim at improving the economic and financial situation of the families living in this region.
استفادت الخبرة واستفادت الحمد لله مردود مالي، واحنا كمنطقة نائية وتعتبر أقل حظاً هذا المشروع إجا فائدة كثير كبيرة للبنات، يعني خصوصي 15 بنت، يعني 15 بيت استفاد من هذا المشروع، وبرضه بحاجة لمشاريع زي هيك تدعم البنات.
IUCN worked on bridging the gap between local communities and the governmental sector through agreeing on participating in a roundtable to present and discuss the problems that members from the local community suffer from, in order to find solutions that fall under a shared vision.
هذا المشروع عملوا لنا اياه الاتحاد الدولي لحماية الطبيعة بالإضافة إلى شركة الكهرباء توليد شرق عمان. احنا هنا استفدنا 15 بنت من هذا المشروع، زاد عندنا الدخل للبنات.
At the beginning, there was cooperation with the youth sector on research and collaboration. The aim was to uncover and identify environmental, economical, social, and health problems in the region. A report that clarifies identified regional problems was issued by IUCN with the cooperation of partners and stakeholders.
أعتقد الدور الكبير الذي قام به الاتحاد الدولي لحماية الطبيعة مقدر ويحترم من قبل القطاع الرسمي كوزارة الزراعة وأيضا القطاع الشعبي.
The mayor of Amman Al Khubra, the engineer, Dr. Yusuf Al Khawarba, a community plantation in the presence of all concerned persons and an agreement with IUCN, the concerned parties, and the local community. Members of the local community were in charge of managing this plantation to produce medicinal and pastoral plants with a production capacity of 80,000 plants with the region of Uhud Liwa Sahab.
بتمنى يفتحوا لنا مشاريع زي هيك بنفس الوتيرة وتوفر من عدد العاطلين عن العمل لأنه في بطالة معروفة يعني فبتوفر فرص عمل وبتفتح بيوت وبتساعد الناس.
This work was done with shared support from USAID and IUCN with the involvement of concerned persons from Uhud. A year after the execution of the community nursery project, IUCN signed a cooperation agreement, which is in Arabic اتفاقية التعاون, with the municipality of Amman Al Khubra, which is one of the national governmental institutions in Uhud region, to ensure the sustainability of the nursery. For that end, 10 persons were employed by the municipality as staff for the community nursery. The nursery works on decreasing the excess of water, which is around 50%, while initiatives play a role in benefiting from local medicinal and pastoral seedlings already existing in Uhud, and which do not require irrigation with a large quantity of water. It is worth mentioning here that the municipality of Amman will use some of the seedlings from the nursery in public gardens and parks, and on roadsides, which would reduce the water bill in the municipality of Amman Al Khubra. This is one of the nature-based solutions to environmental issues.
الأرض الموجودة خلفنا الآن هاي ما كانت بالشكل هذا، كانت كلها منطقة وعر وبها أحجار وبها أعشاب وكانت مش وضعها مش تمام. فبالتعاون مع زملائنا بالاتحاد الدولي جبنا الآليات أمانة عمان الكبرى واشتغلنا عليها سهلناها التنظيف. بعديها كمان تبانا طرح العطاء للمشروع للشيك هذا الموجود عندكم على الداير من حفريات ومن تجهيزات بالتعاون مع جماعة الاتحاد الدولي. بعديها البناء المشتل هذا نحط بالموقع هذا ما يقارب يعني تقريبا 60 قلاب طبعا لما فرض نسحب بالسحب هاي كانت نسبة الميل فيها حوالي أكثر من 41% المنسوب تبعها فاتجهزت أمورها.
IUCN formed a technical committee involving and including all the local community institutions and the institutions in Uhud Liwa Sahab region. As part of the environmental initiatives, an initiative entitled Saving the Environment and Supporting Local Community Livelihood in Uhud Liwa Sahab region, located in the east of Amman. IUCN played a role in this initiative and in a shared project with USAID for sustainable environmental projects and for the support of regional economic development. As one of the activities implemented was the training of 10 men and women from the local community for the increase of the production of medicinal and pastoral plants. Another initiative was implemented with the Al Manakhir Women Association, an association that was established later as part of the project initiatives. The work done with this association is related to traditional knowledge and investment.
الحمد لله رب العالمين أخذنا دورة تدريبية بالتعاون مع الاتحاد والحمد لله استفدنا إنه أنتجنا صوابين طبيعية منتجات كلها طبيعية بالأوليفيرا وزيت الزيتون.
The role of IUCN is essential in the initiatives implemented in East Amman. One of these income-generating projects is that of the production and marketing of dairy products with Al Khurbe Charity Association. Around 25 women from the local community benefited from training and employment.
الجمعية اللي السنة هاي أخذ من 2013 احنا متبرعين فيها تبرع إلا بشهر السنة هاي ال 21 حطينا لها راتب اللي هي يعني حوالي 1200 درهم. واحنا نشكر يا سيدي الاتحاد ونشكر شركة شرق عمان بجهودهم وما قصروا معنا.
As for the environment sector, and in order to support the livelihood of livestock owners, the Minister of Agriculture, in cooperation with IUCN, directed the establishment of a veterinary clinic in Uhud region. With the support of Center providing veterinary and guidance services in East Amman, was established and equipped.
هذه العيادة البيطرية والمركز الإرشادي سيكون له أثر كبير إن شاء الله على القطاع الزراعي وعلى مربي المواشي تحديدا في هذه المنطقة، وهو أيضا جاء بناء على تشاركية كاملة.
Another nature-based solution initiative is the installation of solar heaters for 200 benefiting families in the regions of Al-Manakhir, Al-Bayda, and Al-Khashani. This initiative aims at reducing the consumption of electrical power and saving the excess energy. Due to that, each family saves around 15 to 30% of the household electrical bill. This project was implemented with 50% of the support coming of the Ministry of Energy and 50% from IUCN and AES.